Well, it's January. It is such a relief. I just had to have kind of like a woo-saw moment and just kind of blow it all off. Now, 2024 was not necessarily a bad year. I mean, I had some things that kind of threw me for a loop, but hey, your girl bounced back. But there were a lot of great things that happened, not only in my business, but I lost 52 pounds. That was one of the most amazing things. I went from a size 16 back down to a size 6. Check me out. But anyway, January is really all about new beginnings. And so for me, starting the year off and starting it off right is all about wiping my slate clean, letting go of things in 2024, being very realistic with my goals, and also journaling. So I start the year off doing a 21-day fast where I just do all liquids, water, juice, teas, because after all, I am a Gullah herbalist. And so for me, it's about doing the fast and doing the work. So I have my journal, I have my planner, and of course, I have my Bible, because these are the three things that I'm really going to work with for the next 21 days to seriously do the work. Now, I've already had my start for the morning. I generally wake up and I start my fast with a cup of warm water and some honey. So I've done that already. I've had some juice and I've got a ton of teas because, like I said, I am a Gullah herbalist. And so these are just some really cute tea tins that we make at Passage Products, Gullah Geechee Herbal Teas. But this is not necessarily what I'm in the mood for today. Because it's new beginnings, I want to do something new. So today I think I'm going to go foraging. So my name is Jay. Join me as I get ready to go forage, and let's chop it up, geech it up with tea for thought. So come on, we're getting ready to head outside. We're going into the woods and we're going to pick some herbs, see what we come up with, and make us a really nice cup of tea as we get ready to sit down and dive into this work. So come on, let's go. So as I was saying, I'm Gullah Geechee, and my ancestors were enslaved West Africans that were brought from various parts of West Africa for the purposes of rice production here in this area, which is the Low Country area. Now, foraging has always been a very, very big part of the Gullah community. We traditionally live off of the land as well as from the sea. And so since I really wanted something different, I know exactly what I have a taste for as far as tea today. So we are going to go and find some cedar. And then once we found our cedar, then I'm actually going to make a tea using the needles from the cedar tree. I love foraging because it gives me an opportunity to be out in nature. With Gullah Geechee Herbal Teas, we forage for a lot of our ingredients from different places where we know that they don't use chemicals, pesticides, or anything like that. So we can trust where we get our ingredients from. So, here is a nice little cedar tree right here. Okay, so we're gonna get some cedar needles from here. And so, so foraging is a very big part of how we make our teas at Gullah Geechee Herbal Teas, which is a part of Passage Products, okay? Cedar is so good for you, and I know a lot of people probably don't know that. It has a really good flavor profile. It's really good if you want to do like a hot toddy at night, but it makes for a really good tea. And there are a couple of herbs that I know it works really well with. And this is just, I think, one of those things that I really had a taste for today while I'm on this fast. Fasting and January, which is new beginnings, is really all about trying new things. stepping outside of your comfort zone, and just doing something new, just really being a little tired of business as usual and really coming into yourself. I think identifying more with not who you are, but who you want to become. And so for me in January, that's going to be a big focus. With my business, Passage Products, January really is a time for us. We basically shut down. We don't do a whole lot because we work so hard all year, but it truly is a time of planning. And one of the things that I have heard all my life is if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. But if you do plan, then you plan to succeed. So this is a time for reflection for my team and also for me as a business owner, and really setting the pace for what I want to have happen for this year. And so I've got enough. This is all I need because I'm really just making some tea for myself. So I've got what I need. We're going to head back to the house and we're going to go ahead and get this started. See you inside. So now that we have collected our cedar, what we're going to do first is we are going to take the cedar and we're going to rinse it really, really good. We want to make sure that it's nice and clean before we actually strain it and add it to the lavender, because we are going to do a lavender and cedar blend. Now that we have rinsed the cedar, the next step is we are going to add it to the lavender. The key, though, is to make sure that whatever flavor you want more pronounced, that's the herb that you want to make sure you add the most of. So if you really like lavender, you want to make sure that you have more lavender than you do cedar, and vice versa. If you're not familiar with cedar, it's very astringent, but it pairs very well with lavender and it just really gives it an extra kick. Now, once we have rinsed the cedar and we have combined it with the lavender, the next thing that we are going to do is prepare our water. We're going to use purified water. Make sure that you bring it to a boil no more than 2 to 3 minutes. Once you have gotten a rapid boil from your water, then we are going to take the cedar and lavender and add it to the infuser. Once we add it to the infuser, then we are going to add the water and let it steep for about 10 to 15 minutes. After it steeps, then the next step is we are going to go ahead and cup it, which is the proper term, where we take the tea and actually pour it into the cup. We're going to wait until it gets to the temperature where we are comfortable to drink it. Then we are going to add our raw organic honey. After we sweeten to taste, then we are going to get ready to consume, always being mindful of introspection, meaning before we actually take our first sip, we're going to give thanks, we're going to look inward, and we're going to consume with gratitude. And there you have it, the beginnings of learning how to forage and make your own tea and add just a little touch of our Gullah culture to your experience. That's it for now. See ya. For community engagement, make sure you comment below. Tell me a little bit about what you would like to see or things that you would like to learn about, whether it's blending or pairing teas with foods. Just let me know, drop it in the comments, and we'll be sure to do a quick reel on it and make sure to give you your answers. That's it for now. Thank you. See you later.